into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God and Sam, man. Going in on this Thursday. Everybody that's listening on YouTube, do me two favors, hit the like button and make sure that you share this video. All right, man, we've been going back and forth over this 21 Savage thing today. And earlier today, a new development came out that's pretty much throwing a big monkey wrench in this whole situation. Now, yesterday we reported, that Jay-Z pretty much hired a lawyer that's going to be fighting on 21 Savage's behalf. But it seems like as soon as that news dropped, this one dropped. Now, law enforcement authorities are claiming that pretty much that after, an altercation happened with 21 Savage when they arrested him, that they found a fully loaded Glock at the time of his arrest. Now, they're saying that he was pretty much, driving a red Challenger. When they searched the vehicle, they found this in a glove compartment, and it did have an extended magazine. Now, he's right now in ICE right now, pretty much being detained, facing deportation. So, Sam, man, what do you think about this? I know you were very skeptical, of this early in the pre-production. Do you believe this story, or do you think that this is just another, maybe even a lie or another chess move to put the icing on the cake for 21 Savage?
This is a chess move all day long.
Right.
I'll put it like that. Now, let me start by saying I'm not a 21 Savage fan when it comes to his music. I like some of it, but I can't sit there and repeat word for word what he raps. A lot more of his fans are out here really supporting and ride for him. But as far as his case is concerned, as far as what he has going on, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's sad. I think when you look at a brother that was changing his life and someone that I used to joke on and criticize early on within viral hip hop news, and now I'm proud enough to say that, look at this brother and what he's doing and how he's grown and taking care of the people of Atlanta. And then this happens. It's like, all right, that was chess move number one. And then we have everything going on. Like you said, Jay-Z's hiring a lawyer, the overwhelming support out here, people putting their name out there for 21 Savage. And now we have this, a move that we see from time to time when it comes to the.
So what do you say to the people going to say, this is bull, Sam, man?
Yeah,
this
dude, they're going to say it.
He got caught up. They found it. He got caught slipping. Get rid of this guy. I see a lot of people saying this guy's an immigrant. Get him out of here. What do you think about those aspects?
I think the people that are saying that are probably genuine trolls. That's an ignorant comment to make. Get him out of here. He's an immigrant on the basis of what? You got plenty of immigrants out here that's sitting right around in here doing what they do. So get him out of here on the basis of what? That he's a famous rapper that you don't like to look at. And why don't you want him here in particular? You're trolling. But as far as what were you saying? What were you asking me?
No. Well, here's what I'll move on to this. As far as another critique that people said about you, they said,
about me.
Yeah. No, I mean, when I asked about 21 Savage's, his credibility being shot, because now the news came out that his father was pretty much a successful, doctor. So people now are saying like, yo, how could you say that his credibility is not ruined when he, came over here, his dad was a successful doctor. So he wasn't, most likely never really living that life that he proclaimed that he lived. What do you think about that, Sam? Man,
I don't care. So, okay, what then people say, with all due respect, I mean, you can have your right to disagree with me and absolutely keep killing with the comments and all that. But when you first off tell me that his dad was a doctor, good for them. I'm not going to, he shouldn't have to apologize to his dad being a doctor. When he got out to Atlanta, if shit was fucking rough, And he shouldn't have to apologize for that. He's another black man down there in Georgia when he came from the UK, whether he was sitting there eating tea and crimpets with the prince and he was good and living in the Zamunda life, or he was living rough, because the UK has its rough areas too. Right. You're not going to sit here and act like the UK doesn't have its areas where they get down just as busy as we do out here. So whatever the case may have been, what he dealt with there and what he dealt with here are two completely different circumstances. So miss me with that.
What do you think about Jay-Z? Pretty much, coming to the rescue, hiring one of the best lawyers that deals with this whole immigration, situation. The statement that he left pretty much saying he's a good guy. He doesn't really deserve to be in this situation. When are they going to put the hammer on Jay-Z? What do you feel about Jay-Z? How do you feel about him now? Helping is a good thing, but a lot of people are skeptical about this. How do you feel about it, Sam? Man?
People are skeptical in the basis of they think that
he may be up to something. I don't know. I mean, we have a whole nother angle, about him maybe doing too much, but a lot of people are skeptical. Like, what is Jay-Z's interest in this for real? That's what people are saying.
I mean, those are conspiracy theorists, and they have their right to talk. And I know people think, oh, he's a Jay-Z rider, this or that or the third. But when you come with certain arguments, it's like, damn, you kind of really make no sense. Right. Now, is there something cynical going on? Yeah, maybe. But when you see Jay-Z actively speaking against the injustices going on out here, and then he follows that up with money, what the fuck are you hating on? What the fuck are you hating on? Now, whether or not it works, whether or not, well, whatever the case, when he comes out here and he makes a statement and then he follows that up with his own money, what are you fucking crying about? Because then the next thing will be, oh, he doesn't do enough, or he doesn't do this, which we've given him criticism for.
Here's the thing. A lot of people, what they're saying is, maybe he's just jumping on it as a publicity stunt, even though he's helping, because they say, well, you got, probably thousands of other people who are facing the same type of situation. How come Jay-Z's not stepping up and saying something? I'm just going up with the people, the ear to the street, are saying in the comment section. How come, they're not stepping up and bringing light to those people? Forget this dude, 21 Savage. He's a nobody, just some rapper, who came from Atlanta by way of the UK.
Well, all due respect to those people in the comment section, maybe Jay-Z, now maybe we're a little ignorant, but maybe he has a little more of a relationship with that dude than we do, sitting out here commenting about shit that we really don't know. Let's keep it 100. We sitting here and giving our real honest opinion of situations that we're not directly involved with. Those people commenting, they have every right to comment, but they're not directly involved with it. When Jay-Z looked at 21 Savage, he may potentially have looked at a kid that he's chilled with, seen grow. We watched him grow from a distance. He might have watched him grow kind of more up close than what we have. And seeing this shit go and be fucked up after watching Meek Mill go through something that the whole nation went and was aggravated and upset over, and looked at a judge and said, the judge would say, fuck you. I don't care who you are, what you are. He's staying in there.
Right.
And just starting to piss people off. So he's putting his money where his mouth is.
Yeah, no, I like, I can't really see no criticisms, the Reform Alliance yet. Maybe at some point, that's the organization that they started. For people who don't know, Meek Mill, Michael Rubin, Jay-Z, and a few other billionaires started up, to pretty much, address situations just like this. So I think it's a good thing, man. I mean, obviously, it'll be smart, marketing wise, for him to attach himself to situations like this. It's only going to bring more publicity, and therefore more money to his cause and company anyway. So I mean, if Jay-Z gets his name on it, it gets bigger. It's a headline now. So yeah, it's a good move.
You're bringing up points I want to make. Now, for the people that are going to criticize me for being a Jay-Z rider, I appreciate you sticking around for this section, because this is where I get critical of Jay-Z.
Right.
I do question it in a election year.
Oh, man.
Because we have had conversation about his questionable picks when it comes to certain leaders in this country.
Let's talk about it.
So when it comes to the Democratic candidates and who will be running against Trump in the 2020 election, when we see what name goes in that hat and what money goes in that hat, because we know money definitely rules politics, and we see what their stance is in certain situations, followed up with what Jay-Z's talking about on here in these streets, prison reform, blacks need more rights, more justice. Okay, if that doesn't coincide with what's going on, who's going to be sitting in there behind the White House, then we can go ahead and give right to criticism and start questioning this move, that move, and that move, because he's gaining popularity. He's gaining a lot of popularity and a lot of power in a lot of different areas. This is a good time if you do have something going on with one of these people in the office and you're about to throw money.
I think at the time, this is why it's important to have, shows like this, because at the time, when Jay-Z was backing Hillary, and other people were picking sides with Hillary, Trump, there wasn't really, anybody who covered it like we're about to cover it. So when Jay-Z or anybody makes a choice to endorse somebody, now we have to look at what that person stands for. If that person stands for some shady things and they, voted some certain ways, then we're gonna have to, look at Mr. Jay-Z and say, hey man, like what's really, your agenda, and also his, who he's voting for and putting his money behind should definitely be backing, what they're doing with the Reform Alliance. I think Charlamagne asked a few good questions to Michael Rubin about that.
Michael Rubin and Cory Booker.
Okay, yeah.
Booker T, whatever his fucking name was, up there and exposed himself.
Oh man,
did Jersey terrible up there, but good. I'm glad you exposed yourself. Come on up, keep coming up there and exposing yourself so that we can get some accurate information. If they got to go on the Breakfast Club to where we understand that language, we being black people that's not going to sit on CNN and FSNBC or whatever the case and listen to these boring ass elections, we can get them firsthand right there and just have conversation and questions that Charlamagne, Envy, and Angela, if they're going to sit on that platform, that we want to know, we want to ask, and we can understand their answers. So keep coming on there, man. I salute what they're doing over there as far as politics, giving people a little different of understanding of what these people are all about.
Because we can, I forgot somebody sent me a video on Twitter, you know, about Jay-Z. I remember I sent it to you, and I forget the YouTuber, but he went in. We got to find that video again about Jay-Z and his alliance to Hillary, and you know, it's a lot, and we're definitely going to do, you know, our part, you know, as the election gets closer, to really watch these celebrities and rappers, and you know, and really put them under the microscope when it comes to things like that. Definitely.
Absolutely, man. This is what we got the platform for. We understand the responsibility and the importance behind it, so we're gonna do it justice.
Yes,
we fans of Jay-Z when it comes to his music, but that don't mean he can't get the knife when it comes on this podcast. He can get it too.
Yes, sir.
If it's warranted. He will.
Sir. Yeah, definitely. But you tune into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother Sandman and Oh God. Going in today on this Thursday. Yo, tomorrow tune in at 8 p.m.
Tell 'em.
8 p.m. You know, Eastern Standard Time. We'll be live on the air. You're going to want to be in the building, and every so often we do open up the phone lines.